Hello guys, so we have another brand new question. So just try to read this question and try to solve this question. Just try to get the simple idea. There is simple idea that we need to get. If we got that idea, we can just simply into this one. So yeah, the question is saying that we are having a string s of length n, and we can define two operations, and we can apply on the string. So the first operation is removing the first character of the string, and second operation is removing the second character of the string. So okay, what they are saying is, let's say we have some string like a b c. Okay, he's saying that we can either do two operations, right? We can remove this one and we'll get abc. If we remove this one, then also we'll get abc. Okay, we'll take another string like abcd. If we remove the first element, we'll get bcd, and if we remove say second element, we'll get acd. Okay, so we can apply these type of operations, and our task is to find number of distinct non-empty strings that can be generated by applying the given operation on the initial string any number of times, possibly even 0. So he's saying that here they're saying that we can apply this operation any number of times and we'll get some amount of strings, right? We might get any amount of strings. Let's say this one is there. So after applying both of the operations, we have got two strings, but those are not different ones, they are distinct ones. So after applying one operation, the answer is 1, and this is also 1. Before applying this, they told that possibly 0 also, right? So before applying the operation, we got one string and one string. So after one operation, we got two strings. After also we can operate more, right? So we'll be getting more and more strings. Let's say we'll calculate for abcd for now. So we have a, b, c and d. After operating, after giving one operation, like either first one or second one, we'll be getting acd and bcd. Sorry, bcd and acd. Okay, so similarly, we'll be getting something like, after deleting the first one, we'll get cd, and after deleting the second one, we'll get bd. Okay, so even this also same. After deleting the first one, we'll get cd. After deleting the second one, we'll get ad. So similarly, if we do the same for all of this is c, d, b, d, c and d, a and d. Okay, now we have to count different number of strings. So we can observe one thing, that the size of these elements of strings is 4, and these part of those strings are 3, and these are decreasing, right? Comparatively decreasing. So we can compare in between them. Okay, so we are having one distinct string, and here we are getting two distinct strings, right? But here we are having cd, and cd is common on both of them, and bd and ad are distinct. So here it is 3, and we are getting c, d, b, d. So a, b, c, d. So these are 4. So 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, it is 4 to the 10. I am getting 10 here. So answer for this is 10 for abcd. So we need to get the idea to count how many number of distinct strings we can get from operating these both tools, right? So let's say I'm taking a string s1, like s0, s1 and so on up to sn minus 1. Let's say n is the length of the string. N is the length of the string. So let's say if I have to get the length of n, one string only possible, right? But if I want to get the string which is n minus 1 size, right, I can either delete the s0 or this s1. Okay, so I'll be getting something like s0, s2, s3 and so on up to sn minus 1, and on the second side I'll be getting s1, s2 also up sn minus 1, right? Okay, till here it is okay. And now it comes n minus 2 into the n minus 2 size string into the frame. Now what we can do here is, so we have to get some idea that, let's say this is n minus 2 size, right? Let's say s0, s1, s2, s3, so on up to sn minus 1. That means I can delete any two elements, right? I can delete any two, like I will be deleting some two elements. Not any two elements, any characters. I means elements means characters in the case of strings. So I can delete any two characters in the string. So we don't know which we can be deleting. We can't delete some random one or lost one, right? Of course. So let's say this is the size of n minus 1, I mean n minus 3, n minus 3. Okay, I can be deleting this one or this one. If I want to delete this one, I can do, right? First I will delete this one, after that I will delete this one, or first I will delete this one, after that I will delete this one. Somehow I can retain one of these, s0, s1, s2, right? Somehow I can retain any one of these and delete the others. So same goes for n minus 4 size, like n minus 3 size, right? In the starting there will be s0, s1, s2 and s3, and I will be retaining any one of them and I can delete the others. So let's say we are getting some case like s0 or like any two or more of those strings are same, like two or more characters in s0, s1, s2, s2, s3 are same, right? So we can repeat the size of n minus 3 string different times. Let's say s0 is equal to s2. If I remain s0, okay, s4, s3, s5, so on up to sn minus 1. If I retain s2, also s2, s4, s5, so on up to sn minus 1. So if we see the strings with size n minus 3, we'll be having two distinct strings, right? So we are not gonna count. Okay, we're not gonna count. So what I'm gonna do now is, now I'll be taking a new vector or array, of course array of size n, or vector also, it's okay, vector of size n, okay. In the first box, that I will be storing how many number of elements with size n minus 1 strings I can get. Obviously it would be 1. For n minus 2, I'll be counting how many different number of characters are there till second element. Also so on, like till ith element, how many different number of characters are there from the starting of the string to the ith index. Okay, after that let's say this is 0th index, right? 0th index. So I'll be getting something like minus ith size number of distinct elements in the n minus 1 minus ith size of strings. So let's say that is ai. Okay, so I'll be printing the sum of ai. I hope you got. Okay, so we'll write what what we can what we just did. Okay. So these are the bounds. Okay. T is in between 1 and 10 to the power of 4. That is, yeah, 10,000, I guess. Yeah, this is somewhere n is 1 lakh. It doesn't really matter. We have time complexity of 1 second, so we can run 10 to the power of some 7 iterations. So we can even do n log n also time complexity. There is no problem with that. Okay. So first we'll be taking something like we'll be counting number of distinct strings of n minus 1 n size, I mean n size, and n minus 1 and so on. Okay, since I told you how we did, so we'll be creating a dynamic programming array. Okay, we'll be creating a dynamic programming array, db array, to check if the element is repeated till then. Okay, after that we'll be also having an array of size n and for every I will be storing number of distinct characters in string given till that index. And after that we'll simply print sum of array that we created. Okay, so okay, first what we're gonna do is int t int n. So int t we are taking here. Okay, int n. Okay, and string s. Okay, after that okay, we'll be creating some db. Okay, okay. Let's suppose we'll instead of that we'll take boolean array, so that boolean vector, so that we can say if it is true that it is staying in the string till then. If it is false, then it was not there even in the string. So we took db array, size is n, and initially we'll keep false. Okay, also we'll be creating array of a to store those values till then, right? For int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. if dp of s of I is equal to false, okay, we'll be also taking some int value p equal to 0 to count number of repeating values till that I. Okay, dp of s of I will take true and t plus plus and a of I equal to t. Okay, and we'll take int sum equal to 0 and sum plus r equal to e of I guess. Yeah, that's it. So we can simply print a sum now. I guess if we submit, we'll see. Oh, oh, hmm. I don't know where it will go wrong. I guess somewhere it is out of bounds, I guess. Okay, I'm very sorry. Like there are very less characters, right? I don't know why I took n here. Okay, n even might become very less. Yeah. So this is the solution. So I kept n in the place of this, right? So actually this will be representing dynamic programming array. It is to check if the character is there or not in that. So it will be actually checking in the, like I took si here, it will be passing the ASCII value of the character. So ASCII value of those alphabets won't be more than 200. uh, it's okay, that much space complexity won't differ for those 50-60 characters or maybe 100. Okay, so I just took those 200 and just using those random boxes. Okay, so yeah, this is the solution. Thank you guys.